Ethereum and mining layer 2. Okay. This is going to be a fun topic. So, way back, this is how it goes, right? This is how it goes every time. I have to admit, once again, I may have been wrong. Not may have been wrong. I was wrong. Sort of. Technically correct. Overall wrong. See, what happened was we had an interview with MSNBC with Hut 8 Mining, who is one of the largest, if not the largest GPU miner in North America. And Hut 8 said in that interview that once ETH moved to proof of stake, they would essentially just mine something different. An example they used was Polygon, hence the title of today's show. And of course I said, well, Polygon's a layer 2 solution. It's not mineable. So that's stupid. What are they talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Until I basically saw this tweet from, I see if I can say his name. I don't know. He's a senior researcher at Scroll ZKP, which is all about those ZK rollups. And he said this: Hey, Ethereum proof of work community. If you're not sure what to do with your GPUs after the merge, but still want to be a part of the larger Ethereum community, DM me. At Scroll ZKP might need you. So I DM'd him, and we have an interview coming up on the 18th. But what is he talking about? Well, he's essentially talking about being able to solve proofs for layer 2. So when you basically have the proofs being built and then sent from layer 2s in the rollups to layer 1, there needs to be a proof there, and GPU miners could do that. Now, I don't know what the incentive structure is going to be. I don't know how that works from, profitability or from rig management, because you'll need to understand a lot about all this sort of stuff. The software won't be the same. It won't be like hooking up a miner and pointing it to a pool. There's going to be a lot going on here. But first of all, I was incorrect. Hut 8 probably knew something that I didn't know, and we should have taken that as a cue to say, hey, what's going on here? And second to that, of course, there is some light at the end of the tunnel for miners in general, or people with a bunch of mining hardware ready to move to some other sort of project post-merge. This is really interesting. I'm going to get more information on it for you guys, like I said, on the 18th. And it does look like it could be, there could be potential here for outside of just mining other cryptocurrencies and other coins. As far as the actual merge goes, I do think we're headed into it no matter what. So yesterday we talked a little bit about the DDoS issue, for lack of a better term. That's what we will reference it as, and that Bitsby Trippin had brought up. Both Bitsby Trippin and most of the community appears to be of the same consensus that it doesn't appear the core developers at Ethereum consider this to be a big problem. So I think they will continue to move forward with the merge. And I do think it will be before September 19th. That being said, there could be several consequences for it. And let's get into that. This is coming from Citi and, of course, CoinDesk. Ethereum will probably become deflationary as token issuance decreases, while the burn mechanism is maintained, the bank said. The Ethereum blockchain's planned merge, an upgrade that changes it from a proof of work system to a more environmentally friendly proof of stake mechanism, will have a number of consequences, Citigroup said in a research report Thursday. These include lower energy intensity, the transition to a deflationary asset, and a potential roadmap to a more scalable future through sharding. I am getting this super chat saved for after the show. All right, there we go. These include, so the merge, the first of 5 planned upgrades for the network, may increase transaction speeds by only 10% by reducing block times, according to the report. The upgrade, however, lays the path for the surge, which is the next planned upgrade for the network and promises to bring 100,000 transactions per second capability to the blockchain, the report added. The merge means that the block time will drop to 12 seconds from 13, and that could result in a small decrease in fees and an increase in speed, the note said. Now, this is important. 12 seconds isn't unheard of on the Ethereum blockchain. This is possible if there wasn't an artificial increase in the difficulty of the network. So it's a little disingenuous. It's like basically it literally is like coders going into the software, making it worse, and then making it better, and then saying it's better, but they're the ones that created the issue in the first place, right? It's a little ludicrous. Like, it's a little out of control. It's manipulative. It's a lie. It's simply insane. I don't have it. It's simply insane. Like, we're going to go in, we're going to artificially increase the transaction times, which will then obviously automatically increase the fees because, well, fees go up when you are trying to get priority in a block, right? That's how that happens. And blocks are going slower. So if you're trying to get your transaction in quickly, then you're going to pay for more fees, which is then going to raise the fees for everybody else. And then we're going to go ahead and reverse it with this upgrade. And we're going to pretend like the upgrade is the thing that actually solved the problem when in fact we created the problem. It's stupid. Citi says switching from proof of work will reduce overall issuance of Ether by 4.2% a year. And with ETH eventually becoming deflationary, this may improve the case for the token as a store of value. The move to proof of stake turns ETH into a yield-bearing asset with cash flows, the bank said, which may be interpreted as a form of revenue for the network. Having potential cash flows would allow the use of a range of valuation methods that aren't available for the blockchain now, the bank added. Because Ethereum will be both yield-bearing and deflationary, it is less likely to be the blockchain with the highest throughput. Given its, quote, enhanced store of value properties, end quote, it is more likely to be where a growing amount of total value locked, or TVL for short, is secured and transacted, the note said. Who does that benefit? So that's the next thing that we have to talk about. We have this major shift that's coming within Ethereum, and it's not just about the merge and the removal of proof of work, but this deflationary perspective on it. And if you guys ever pay attention to, I know a lot of people don't like Musk in the crypto space, but if you pay attention to him when he's talked about Dogecoin, one of the things that he points out is that Dogecoin has, that high transaction throughput. And in addition to that, it has no supply cap, which makes it really good for a transaction currency. And Ethereum at the end of the day is supposed to be facilitating transactions quickly because in my opinion, it's supposed to be because it's all about transacting within this Web3 space. And you're making it now closer to, like, let's say Bitcoin, except instead of having a supply cap, you're just basically burning a bunch of it. So you're making it deflationary by pulling the currency out of the ecosystem. And it incentivizes people in the wrong way, right? It doesn't incentivize people to actually utilize it. It incentivizes people to hold it. Post-merge, ETH could be viewed as a relatively energy-efficient, environmentally friendly crypto asset as the energy expenditure is expected to decrease by 99.95%, the note added. Except it sounds like layer 2 rollups might be utilizing GPUs. However, my understanding of it, at least from the Twitter comments, is that, solving proofs for ZK rollups is not as wasteful as mining. We'll definitely be asking questions about that when we get there. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.